because in fact, Brazil has a deficit in trade balance with the United States. So that was why President Trump at first imposed only a 10% tariff, just like with the UK. But then when he came up with these 50% tariffs and also sanctions, visa sanctions regarding the Supreme Court, Brazilian Supreme Court judges, then the political reasons came up. So that's why we are gearing the discussion in that direction. And do you think what was the major factor there? Was it Brazil's role in the BRICS, President Lula's closeness with President Xi Jinping, the talk about ending the dollar's dominance?
I think it's a combination of all. I do think the president sees, the Brazilian administration as not as pro-America as, let's just say, it has been in the past and should be. So he has various levers and tools he can use to try to bring about what he thinks are more just results. I do think the initial 10% was something that everyone that I represent in Brazil was willing to accept and absorb. But there are going to be some difficult negotiations, and those issues you raised, all of them play a role in that. And, the American president is, in this case, probably the most powerful president we have had, again, I think in my lifetime. I would strongly recommend those folks in Brazil pay serious and close attention to what he's asking for. And I hope the negotiations are ongoing. I don't know if they are or not. I would assume they are. But if what you saw in the EU, for instance, in the negotiations with the EU, they started off very difficult. And obviously, with so many different governments, so many different countries involved, it was a very tough negotiation, I'm sure. So you really have to give the president and his team a lot of credit to pull those together. There weren't just economic matters, there were political matters as well. And they were able to resolve that. So I'm hopeful this will be resolved in a way that is both beneficial to the people of Brazil, but also gets the president what he wants and what he sees as just. I would take him very seriously at what he's saying. And I think you're seeing countries around the world who aren't giving up their sovereignty. They're not giving up their independence. They're not becoming an undemocratic state, but they understand the importance that America places in free political thought, lack of political prosecution. Those things matter. And going after, we don't want another Venezuela. We don't want another Cuba. We don't want that type of thing to happen. And again, I'm not saying that's where Brazil is, but I think it matters in that hemisphere, maybe more than any other hemisphere right now, to America.